All right, here we go, race fans. We're here tonight with the Clean Racing League, and that's right. We got some truck action about to happen, Texas style. That's right. They say everything's big in Texas. Well, tonight we got a big track, big field, big speed here tonight too. So, well, it's fitting, man. We're at Texas because your name is Austin.
Ain't that right, Joe? It's good to be back home.
Well, there you go, man. Well, 1.5 mile track, and this is tends to be what they call the cookie cutter style track, which was, this track was obviously built kind of similar to what Charlotte is. There is a few, the way it drives though, there's a little bit of differences there, but all in all, the look and how it was put together was the similarities. But how we will see these trucks handle around this track. Most notably coming out of turn 2 and then I think maybe around turn 4. I know a lot of similarities of what Charlotte is. Here you tend to, and when I say this, it's how it used to be, you tend to get a little bit, you can get tight heading towards the turn, but then if you try to snap it and try to correct it, you can end yourself getting really loose coming off too. Now, that said, I know there's been changes, there's been repaves, there's all kinds of stuff throughout iRacing and whatnot, so it might have changed a little bit, Austin.
Yeah, and I'm liking how wide these straightaways are too. I think we're in for a good night of racing here.
When you speak of that, the only downside, this is a pretty wide track, like I said, comparable to, pretty much Charlotte, Motor Speedway, and Atlanta, and all similarities wise. Very high speed here. Draft play a little bit of a factor, but unfortunately, we might see it first off. Hopefully we see it throughout the run, but a lot of times these trucks can get kind of single file as looks like Caleb's gonna do his best drift job. Almost had it. Oh, that would look good. That looked good for Von Griffin Jr. right there for a minute.
So what you're telling me is that they don't use the 3 lanes of this track like that?
Not a lot here. That's probably the most sad part about it there, Austin. I'll admit to you, as wide as this place is, could you? But it's just like any other track. You're going to notice here, track position is going to be crucial. Momentum. I use that word a lot because unfortunately, a lot of these tracks are momentum style based tracks. You lose. You crack the throttle, you slide up the track a little bit, man, you can lose 1 or 2 several positions real easily. Yeah, unfortunately. Now, with that said, yes, they will use the grooves early on, but as always, hey, what's up, Coop? Patsy, how y'all doing out there? Says, I also want to give a shout out, and I know they're out there watching. So, Lane Hostler on his truck has a I don't think Lane is out there right now, but he will be, and we'll be able to show it. On the back is, we want to give our congratulations to Mr. and Mrs. Phillips. It is Cartman and Jordan Phillips out there. They just got married, and we want to congratulate them. As always, I know Lane, he's come up and he said, man, he's got a tribute truck. We'll definitely show that off. So I know they're supposed to be tuning in, listening. We'll make a remark again here in a little bit, but set to go green flag. Well, I'll tell you what, also got a big field here too. Hey, Mike.
Yeah,
Hayes.
good group of cars. Good group of cars here. Mike Hayes, yeah, like you said, Mike Hayes is fast.
Yeah, let me see if I can't find old Hayes here. See if he's in the Discord. If he's in the Discord, he's way down here in High Five Racing. We'll move up here and get a word with him before the race starts here. Michael, Joy in the booth, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, put it on poll tonight. How you feeling in Texas?
Oh man, this is my home track. I got a show out here, so I'm feeling pretty good. Ain't gonna lie.
I talked a little bit about this track. It's been so long since I've run it. Is it still maybe the same coming out of 2? You can get a little tight, maybe loose. It wants to push towards that wall, kind of tricky. And then how is turn 4 here compared to maybe to like a Charlotte or Atlanta?
Yeah, it's all dependent on how you run this here. So if you take turns 1 and 2 really easy, you could tend to get loose. If you try to push 1 and 2 hard, you could get tight, and it'll definitely show up later in the run. You'll see guys either really loose or really tight later in runs.
But I was,
So
that's what I was thinking.
I'm gonna try to keep it more loose because that's how I like to race is a looser truck.
What do you think about the tire wear here? I know a lot of these tracks produce more of track position momentum, but how you feel like the tire wear is going to be?
It's gonna be a cheese grater. After about 10, 15 laps, you'll see guys start to fall off pretty good. It's gonna be tough, but it's gonna be fun.
All right, well, good look out there, Mike.
Appreciate it.
All right, let's get Mike down there. This high five, boys. Well, there you go. Let's see how this one plays out. You know, and that kind of a sense is what I was thinking early on there, Austin. You know, you're gonna have to be careful. Just be careful.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. If tires are going to fall off with 10 laps in, you know, it's going to be a handful, but should be some good racing for the night. I think these guys coming off the road course. Well, no, they weren't in these on the road course last week. They were at
Sonoma.
Sonoma. Okay, I thought so.
Yep.
Yeah, these coming from a road course, these guys are ready to get wide open with it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's a whole different ball game coming from the, you know, like you said, that road course of Sonoma to coming here, you know, to more of a, you know, momentum style base. Let's look at the grid in order here tonight, and to catch up with me here. There we go. Mike Haynes going to be the man out front in this one. Logan Brickey going to start there in second. Ross Tatum, he's going to be in third. Kenyon Jackson starting in fourth. Caleb Smith, good start for him there in fifth. Bobby Mantle, he's going to be the man there in sixth. Steve Gerber seventh. Lane Hostler, he's in the eighth place. Evan Kinney starting ninth. We got Matthew Gilliam starting in the 10th. Joshua Walters there in 11th. Mike Kelly, man, has been dominating in the truck series, starting in the 12th place spot. Crank Bell right behind him there in 13th. 14th, Parker Collins. We got Jordan Trask at 15th. Steve Ritter 16th. Excuse me, Jordan Trask 15th. Scott Simon there in 17th. Eric Anderson in 18th. Zachary Fowdy, he's in 19th. Justin Curtis, excuse me, there in 20th. Dusty Martin, he's in 21st. Nathan Brown, 22nd. Charles Van Scoot starting 23rd. 24th, man, we got Bob Stevens. And the other man right there, man, starting behind him. Where I'm at again, my bad, folks. 25th, Abraham Ghost. 26th there, Zachary Peterson. 27th, Seth Fowdy. 28th, Joe Spinelli. 29th, we got Bradley Murphy. 30th, Jamie LaRock. Chris Smith there, 31st. Danny White, 32nd. Jeremy Moyer, he's 33rd. Matthew Dyer, 34th. David Brzezinski, 35th. Joshua Gillian, 36th. 37th, Fred. Old Fred right there, 37th. And then Darian Staff, he's in 38th spot. And I do not know if that's good enough for him to make the field. I'd have to go check, but by the looks of it, he did not, because he has to race his way in. And I think they only allow 37 drivers. And they have charter
he's not
sisters.
in it, Joe doesn't show it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So he did not make it, and that's a tough one, because he was pretty fast, maybe the other couple weeks ago. And old Mike Haynes, break you up front here, getting set to go. Like I say, Texas, just one of these momentum tracks. You kind of just, you don't want to make too many mistakes here. You can lose positions. But then again, you know, I talk about this too, Austin. Conservative, aggressive. You got to be kind of a little aggressive on the start, but you want to be conservative so you don't get yourself into trouble. Because track position will be crucial here.
Yeah, and just gotta give a shout out to OG Freddie, by the way. I think track position will be crucial here, and strategy. You know, when are these guys gonna pit? Who's gonna pit? Who's gonna work together tonight?
Absolutely. Well, all right, getting set to go green. Pace truck's in. About to go racing here, Texas style. Green flag, we're racing. Clean racing lead tonight here. Haynes gets to jump out front. Ricky's there with them. Couple of trucks. Ooh, already a mess in the back.
Whoa, we got a big one.
Yeah, hold on here. Let's see what happened.
What was that, 20
Got
truck?
a feeler that maybe a little bit of a
Look at that gap, that start
wrong,
gap.
yeah, wrong gear, wrong time type of thing. Let's see what happens. It said Bradley Murphy went off track along with Chris Smith, but see what happens.
I have a feeling what's going to happen.
Yeah, the 17 didn't get going.
What?
And then Smith behind him. And then from there, it was more in the front. Hang on, all right, let's see if we can decipher this. Okay, we saw right there. We saw that Fowdy for some reason didn't get going. He's in the 17. I don't know if it's due to the trucks in front of him. We'll try to decipher through this. Then we saw, obviously Bradley behind him had to check up. You know, Chris Smith, there's nothing he could do. He spun around, kind of an accordion effect. But see why Seth had to. It sounded like he might have missed a gear. Yeah, then you just see back there, just chaos in front. I want to find out what happened up here because that's Mike Kelly. And find out what happened up here. Trying to kind of piece all this together a little bit.
That was a big goose out of nowhere.
Here we go. It's a good shot, right? Mike Kelly's up here up towards the front. Kelly didn't get going and then just got
You know
in,
what?
and that's just
If you rewind it a little bit, his car kind of hops. I wonder if something happened prior to that.
most of it looks like he either missed a gear or just spun those tires. We're gonna watch
right there. See how it hopped right?
I'm gonna watch right here. We're probably shifting gears, but
Yeah,
what gear
let's see.
he's in? Let's see if it
Let's see.
spins here.
Neutral. Oh, he's going. What the heck?
I don't know if it. Spin the tires, maybe. I mean, that's the only thing I could think of that might could have caused that one. I mean, that's just some checking up going on, obviously, throughout the field. And this has been, and I know Chris is going to rip his hair out. And this has been an issue the last several races, and it basically is just trying to time the start, trying to do that. They do that in real racing too. But at some point, you got to be careful,
Yeah, and there's a limit too, Joe. 2x2 side by side. It's just a long race. I understand in a dirt race, getting that jump, wanting to get the jump on a restart. You only got 30 laps, but these long races, I feel like they got to kind of just play it out to the end and be a little more patient.
Yeah, and and again, I know that's something I let the admins take care of a lot of and whatnot. Can't take anything away from a lot of drivers out here.
Nope.
But the leader has control of the field. Obviously, Mike Haynes does. He can go. I'd have to go back and double check on the rule book, but some leagues allow you to go as soon as the pace truck drops. Some you have to go to the restart zone as soon as the green. I know he has the control to go. You can't pass the leader before the start-finish line. So, somebody, let's say like Ross Tatum sitting back there, behind him at the 91 truck. Sure, he's going to try to anticipate when Haynes goes, and sometimes hiccups happen, I guess. I mean, who knows?
Yeah. Do they run out the green zone or whatever you want to call it, the restart
They
zone?
do, and that's what I'm thinking. It is he has control, and then as soon as they get to the green zone, and when it flies green, I know you're not supposed to pass the leader before the start-finish line. I feel that's still in the rule book. Again, I'd have to go. They're always updating that stuff, folks, and whatnot. I try not to get too much into the Lord, the rules. Let the admins do their things. Green flag, see if this starts a little bit better. Now I know cold tires, gearing and everything, obviously there. You can see Haynes obviously getting the jump on the field because he has control.
Yeah.
Cold tires now play a factor. You got to be careful on these restarts.
A lot better restart there. These guys, They really clean racing. You know, they're not here to mess around.
Absolutely. Haynes out front, Breaky there in second. Tatum, Mantle, Smith, the Hostler, man. Don't know. Maybe. There we go. We can go in the back, so we'll see if he gets up close enough to his back. Oh, he's got it on the back. Congratulations to Mr. and Mrs. Phillips. 10-12, 2025. There you go. Man, that's awesome, man. Carmen and Jordan, you're out there watching and listening. Congratulations out there, man. Appreciate it. It's awesome, man, to see. Right now, Mike Haynes looking strong out front, but this is a track to where you can overdrive the truck, like he said, and use up the tires, and then eventually, you know, you might look strong out front, and guys behind you start running you down.
Yeah, you got the Logan Breaky up there too. Been strong running these last couple weeks.
You know, and we're talking about that caution. That collected a couple big name drivers, Parker Collins and Mike Kelly, to name just two of them there. Remember, Parker Collins and Kelly have both, you know, been top names here in the truck series. You know, Kelly's back now in 32nd. Collins is, you know, a couple laps down, had to get some damage done. He's back in 35th, so their night, man, not so much after that incident on the restart. That went back here around about 9th place spot.
Yeah, but they're kind of just feeling it out right now, kind of running side by side back here.
And what I was telling you earlier is you'll see some side by side, but as you can see, unfortunately, and I know you mentioned earlier, man, it's a wide track. It is wide enough that you can do side by side, but unfortunately, you're going to get single file like they are on the top side there. I don't know the reasoning, excuse me, of why they have never figured out how to make these tracks multi-style groove running tracks. They always end up being, you know, either some point of the race, the low grooves are dominant, or some point of the race, the high grooves dominant. I mean, it's just because you will wear your tires out. Oh, and he got on the grass right there. I don't know who that was. That's the number 7. Oh, that's a Gilliam.
That's Matt. Yeah.
Trying to get on the grass right there, man. Also.
Yeah. He lap before he did that too. I don't know if it's a technique or if he's just getting a little lower than he thinks. But yeah, Matthew, got to watch Matthew there to see if he does it again.
Yeah, let's get them tires dirty real quick. And that's Joshua Walters coming up underneath him. And that's what I was talking about, momentum. You just see how far back he's already falling back. Just lost a little momentum. He gone.
Yeah, they're gone. As we look at the, who's that? The 89. That's a good-looking car right there.
That's Lane Hostler. He's the defending series champ here at Clean Racing League. He was the one man wanting to give a shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Phillips out there.
That's a good-looking car.
Yeah, it is. Man out there. Yeah, it's a Hostler fence. Hostler fencing. That's what it is. That's what I think is. I think his parents' company, I believe it is. Told me before.
Shoot. If you need a fence built.
There you go. All Haynes out front, single file. Breaky, Tatum, Hostler, Smith, Manis. Battle going on back here around about 8th, 9th. You've got Gerber, Bell, Kenny, and Altus.
Yeah, they've been side by side there. Frank Bell and Steve Gerber there for, 5-6 laps now. See how long they can keep this up. Whoa, we got one way to the inside there. I think that was Evan Kinney getting in the grass. Did they get penalized for that?
They should. Unless iRacing has what they call an incident system, to where, like, if you let's say, was to scrape the wall hard enough, you would get like a 1 time. 4 times is usually a slightly pretty good bump. At 8 times, you're in trouble. You wrecked. I mean, so you probably could get like a 1 time maybe for getting off track, scraping the wall. You can actually get 1 time. Sometimes in bump drafting, like Talladega Daytona, you bump somebody too hard, it'll give you a 1 times, and it's an incident limit that leagues can set also, so that you don't get guys out here just trying to run guys over, because after a while it can DQ you from a race.
Yeah,
don't want to do it.
No, don't want to do it. Don't want to be that guy. As I like the line that Crank Bell's or Steve Gerber's taking there. He kind of taking that middle line. He's the only one kind of taking it right now as we go back to the front of the field here.
Yeah, I can see Mike Haynes under duress right now by old Bricky. Bricky's looking to that outside. I'm not quite sure if that's the way to pass here. I think the inside groove's still the preferred line. You can see Tatum's going to take it. It's just all that momentum I was talking about. Once you give it up on that outside and you just kind of just float on back.
And I feel like he doesn't want to use his tires up. He's still got a lot of racing left. So, fall back there in third maybe and just kind of just keep a close eye on them guys. Let them use their stuff up.
Absolutely. Right now, man, Bricky's going to have to try to see if he can't get in line. In front of Caleb Smith. Right behind Hostlers. They're going to freight train right by him. Haynes still out front here. This is kind of what you see, man, on a track like this. There's like nose to tail, and then guy makes a little bit of a slip, and the guy behind him tries to take the pass away, and what they're doing back there. I don't know what Caleb's doing. Remember Caleb earlier, he did that awesome slide job during qualifying.
Yeah, he should go run a sprint car. Dude probably put it on the podium first run.
And he did an outstanding job last week on the running up there. Got second place in that battle.
Man. Yeah, and like I was telling you, I'm not a big road course guy, but learning that it was it's the gentleman's sport. It made me enjoy the races over the weekend at where they run at Le Mans or whatever.
That Bathurst, I know this past week, and the supercars, them guys are crazy.
Yeah, those ones. Yeah, I enjoyed it knowing that was they raced. They raced like that.
Yeah. Now, well, I will say, those super V8 supercar guys, we'll block coming there by old Haynes trying to look off Tatum. Don't want to do that too early. You get yourself in trouble. Looks like Tatum's a little faster, but yeah, those V8 supercar guys, man, they're a little more aggressive than what you'd find with the GT3 guys. They get out there, man. They do a little more rubbing and beating, but make it exciting still on those road courses. Bathurst is a very tough track. He's just trying to hold them off.
What's the lap? 25 laps we're thinking for a pit here?
They go about, real quick, pretty sure they got 75% fuel. Look at 80% fuel. Okay, so, well, that caution's going to help him. So I'm going to say in the 30s. Not quite sure where, but in the 30s. Good battle right here, though. Joshua Altus, Gerber. But then again, I always get fooled, man, Austin. Sometimes there's always that guy that goes halfway point.
Yeah, those three have been battling it out. They're definitely using fuel, them three.
Got all
using fuel and tires.
Yeah, if you're on that low line, you will use a little bit of tires. You can see just how slick it is. You see, I think that's actually this Van Scoot down there. You see how slick it is, and you was talking. Is this track wide enough to go 3 wide? Yeah, it is. You see it right there. But the benefit you saw there, how loose the guys will get, or somebody will get tight. For some reason, it's just not set
sideways.
up. Yeah, it's just not set up for that. I don't know. I'm like you. I would like to see it, but fortunately, it's not. A lot of racetrack there you just can't use.
The track temperature too, Joe. It's 71 degrees out there. We got no heat in that track.
Yeah, it'll build up. That's good. Some ways, bad in another. And, you feel pretty good because the grip. Obviously, sometimes it can make it a little bit slick. You would think you'd have all kinds of grip in the world, but, it's kind of weird physics when it comes to racing. And I think we've talked about this a couple times. When it's hot, it's usually tight. You'd think it'd be slick, but when it's cold, you would think it'd be tight and, grippy. It's actually slick. So it's like, really, it's, I don't know, them Einstein physics things.
Man, and I'm not good at them physics Einstein things.
Me either. So there you go. got Simley up 13th, man, right now. Van Scoot right there behind him. What you'll see is you'll start seeing guys that are good on the long run right now start to move forward, like one by one. You know, we'll talk about like maybe Joshua Altus here, Evan Kinney, guys that are very good. And, you know, I always call them conservative style drivers. Very good at managing their tires. The problem with it here, though, Austin, is if you manage too much tires, you'll get too far back from the leader that you won't be able to make up that ground. And by the time you do, guess what? It's pit stop cycle. Well, the guy up front who wasn't managing tires, guess what? He's back on new tires. You're back on new tires. Everybody's level again, and it's just like a never-ending cycle. So that's why I say you've got to be kind of aggressive but conservative. There's a fine line between the two.
Man, everything is bigger in Texas. I tell you what.
They got big cows.
Bigger stakes here.
They got big cows.
Big cows?
Big cows. Although I will say I am kind of proud that something they're not big on is winning this past Sunday in the football game. My boys beat them. I had to say that first, my bad.
We're not Texas haters.
Yeah, I don't know if you watch football or not.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I'm more into college this year than NFL, but I go back and forth.
I'm gonna say, look, I know my team sucks, but at least they beat the team I wanted them to beat. That was Dallas. There we go.
I'm a Raiders fan, but it's okay.
Right.
That's when I watch racing.
Hey, there you go. What we just had? What's that?
Oh, I was just saying I watch racing because my team's always losing on Sunday.
Hey, well, go. Nothing wrong with that. Fast cars, man, and everything else. Mike Haynes right now out front with Tatum. Lane Hostler, and this is what I'm talking about. This kind of predictable word I'll use here for Texas and this style of track. You see how kind of spread out they're getting. It usually means guys are really good on the runs, saving. Then you'll see little cluster battles like this right here, Frank Bell and Evan Kinney. They'll be single file for a little bit, and the next thing you know, they'll be side by side. Very momentum-ish style track. Very hard to pass here. And you can see it right here. Very hard to pass. I mean, look at Frank Bell. I mean, their last lap times are 04.09. And I know you've heard me talk about this, Austin, is what it takes to just go passing a car. And yeah, obviously, Kinney was faster, but you saw how long it took him to pass Crank Bell. It took him several laps to get it done. And that's a product of this track here. That's just so hard. That's what I said. Tires. In order to have a huge advantage on tires at a track like this, you're going to need 30 to 30-some lap different tires, at least, to make up any kind of ground.
And I see there where Crank Bell can't really get past Evan Kinney because every time he tries, he has no way to get him past, but he's a lot faster.
Yeah, and you see that. That's a lot of product of the track, too, where the momentum is up there on the top. You just can't get going. Now, you see Van Scoot here. He ran a 99 to a 114. Now, his last lap was fast enough for him just to shoot right on by Crank Bell. But even then, look at this. It still takes him almost a half a lap to a lap just to pass. And that's a frustrating to a driver right there. When you know you're way faster than the guy, you get up there and you get to him and it takes you that long to get around. Like, what else do I have to do? Really, there isn't anything you can do. It's just a product of this track. Woo! He got loose that time.
Yep. Whoa.
That was Bell. That truck, man, getting loose.
Yeah, super loose.
Oh, don't come down. There's two guys right there behind you. Well, that was Seth Foudy and who that was around the side. Joshua Altus. And they were sitting there going, oh, hang on to. Oh, yeah, a little help right there.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah, I think he used up about all that truck.
Yeah, those tires was toast, and he almost had it saved there. We were watching him.
And we're at 34 laps, Joe. So just
I
like we
think
said, they should
pit
have.
stops. Yeah.
Yeah, pit stop.
I think we'll see the pit stops here. I think this is a fair one here. Tires, you're starting to see, except for maybe the leader out there, Haynes, he looked pretty good, but some of these guys are probably begging for tires right now. And that goes back to, you got to know how to manage them.
Yeah. Here I was saying he was faster than the truck in front of him, but man, did he use those tires.
Oh, yeah. Let's look right now. Haynes still the man out front with Tatum. Hostler there with him. Well, Hostler's got that tribute band on the back of there to Mr. and Mrs. Phillips out there. We just got married. And, you know, hey, look, congratulations. No Hostler, man, laying out there. See, congratulations. Awesome. Awesome. He said they were going to tune in. I don't know when they're tuning in. So hopefully they hear it or whatnot. I think I always go back and watch that. Pit stops, man. You're right. Everybody's on. You don't see 4 tires of fuel. There's not going to be anybody do a 2-tire stop at this track. You make that truck way too loose.
And as we're getting pit stops here. Oh, we got. So they're fine. Everybody's fine. I'm blind.
Oh, you'll be all right. Yeah, 4 tires.
Whoa!
Well, somebody
who's
just Joshua Gillian out there with the risk. I don't know why he just took fuel. That's
35 spot.
he's yeah, but watch on the restart. He's about to get blown by like a rock in water.
Yeah, and if he's not and he holds up the field, I'll tell you he'll be hearing it later from the crew.
Yeah, because the problem what I see here with the move he did there, and I know they're probably yelling at him. They probably want him to go back down on pit road because and I think that's what he's going to do. I think he's coming back on. Yeah, because the problem with that, and you know, hey, if it's a green-white checker or something, maybe no big deal. But you know, this early in the race, doing a move like that, is you're right. You are so in danger of spinning the tires. And if he would spin them in front of the field, you know, he could wipe the whole field out. Not saying that could happen, but it could. Tires are already hard, man, when they're new because they're cold.
And we just seen what happens when they're worn out. So
yeah,
we've seen all the tire pressures, cool temperatures, warm temperatures, everything they could toss at us today. We've seen it.
Right now, you know, you got your tire pressure's low. You got to build them up. You know, heat in them. It's cold tires, so they're a little bit slick here. So watch what we're going. Haynes and Tatum. If Haynes has got another good start in him here. Need a Winnebago, man? There's plenty of them in the infield there. It's like an RV city, man. Doggone.
Man, that's the mecca of RV camping spots.
You ain't lying. That's like a lot of RVs.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
Huh. All right, here we go. Haynes company up front. Lights off on the pace truck. It's set to go back green. Caution here. Late. Lap 38 went across the line. Pace truck's in. Green flag's about to fly. We're back racing at Texas. Caleb man back there with Manus. Ooh, Caleb goes with the track a little bit. Oh, into the wall. There goes Caleb Smith. What? Ouch. Oh,
that's a heartbreak right.
it is. Go back and watch what happened to him. Got a little loose there, but
just not up there on the start, you know. And then,
good. Oh, that thing started to come out from under him. He went there and got overcorrected. Got in the wall.
Yeah, and then cold tires too.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Cold tires, man, how a lot to do it. And Curtis involved. Curtis back here, but let's see what happened to Curtis. I guess it was just a product of him having to check up on what was going on in front of him here. Oh no, the 7 got loose. Curtis had nowhere to go.
Ooh.
And you know, we just talked about that too there, Austin. You know, that's a product of cold tires, pressure's low. You have got, as a driver, you have got to know that truck will not turn like you want it to right off the bat. You've got to be throttle sensitive here. And that's just, I put that on the drivers, you know. I mean, you can't, yeah, some of it's the track and the conditions, but a lot of it here is the drivers need to know it. Now, right there, you saw with Caleb and them, and like, you know, Caleb and them, they them two maybe got together, and then the truck went loose, and he just lost it. But the other one there is just basically just gotta. I don't like using the term, but I guess know when to give and take on the throttle. Another big mover.
Yeah,
man. Seth Fowdy,
remember
man.
Seth Fowdy, he was just kind of just quiet at plus up 19.
Yeah, I see that. Wow, Matthew Dyer there in 11th up 23rd. Van Scoot 17. But yeah, I mean, also, you know, I'm not going to dig at any of the drivers out here because, you know, hey, looks clean racing league. I've seen them do it. I know they can do it. Sometimes you just make mistakes. It happens.
Yeah, when you're in the moment racing, you know, you don't see it at the time, but you know, you forget. Oh man, my tires are cold, or oh man, you know, I forgot about this. You know, there's a lot going on. We're just racing for fun, you know. Well,
TJ out there said, "Call the sheriff. Curtis got robbed."
Oh no! Who shot the sheriff?
He was wrong place, wrong time. Old Curtis was, man. Hey, looking at that's the sad part about racing is you caught up in somebody else's deal.
And ain't that half the time too? You know what I mean? You're having a good run and boom, and it's a heartbreaker too. It's, you know, I know the feeling. Hey, you'll get a next one, Curtis.
Okay. Well, Mike Kelly just told me what happened, and I kind of had a feeling that it spun the tires or missed a shift or something like that, and it kind of was there. He was in first gear, which not sure why he'd be in first gear. Come on, Mike, you know better than that. But anyways, the guy behind him, man, was right on his back bumper, which lifted his tires up off the ground, which can happen. Heard that in real life. And it hit the chip. Basically, what happened was, as soon as it did, it was spinning the tires, and the RPMs flew way up and hit the RPM rev limiter. And it won't allow you to shift when that happens. You have to get off of the rev limiter before it will shift. That's just kind of a fail-safe feature. And that's what happened. He couldn't, and then it just spun out from under him. So just bad timing on that start. And you know, unfortunate for him there. As you can see, the one almost doing the same thing it looked like there. Logan Brecky.
Let's see if we can't get some single file clean laps in here. We got the baby, the new dad up top in the mid move there.
So Lane Hostin.
Oh, sorry, Lane Hostin.
Yeah. He's caught up on that top side. And Boom. Holding his own. If he can get back down to the low, that's what he wants. He doesn't want to stay up there. He wants to eventually be able to pass. Now would be the time to where he would really want to make that pass.
Whoa, we got a couple cars getting the fence in the back, but I'm looking at the 23 of Charles Van shot there.
Hey, Mike. Yeah.
The SpongeBob.
I'm so used to starting in second. That's what I'm saying. But I feel you on the guys following, starting back and all. And that's a subject that. Sorry about that, Austin, but I'll just read the post from Michael.
Oh, that's fine. No, hey, that's a subject we got to cover. Is the restart.
But he brought something up there that really shouldn't be. Now, I'm not the person to blame or anything. That's a race control issue. Guys holding back on restarts, which is forcing the guy in front to have to start in first gear, which you really don't want to, because then the chance of you spinning the tires, messing up or whatnot is very, very high. We got a battle for the lead of Ross Tatum.
And just a quick opinion from a dirt racer. In a sprint car, you got to go 30 or, it's 25 or whatever, under pace. But if you go any, you try to keep that pace of 25, nothing less, nothing more. And we got to pass for the lead here, 24, Mike Hayes.
We do, man. Good battle up here, you see it. Finally, first time Tatum's able to get out there in front of him. Haynes right there with Hostler. But, you're right, and they have the same thing. It's pit speed. Everybody's supposed to, pit speed. Race caution speed. Everybody's supposed to be. You're supposed to bunch up. You're not supposed to hold back. Again, that's a subject for race control. It's something I don't really get into, but it is a good. It really is a good talking point, and it's a good thing that Mike brought up, because that is a concern, something that they might need to look at. And it happens. It happens in real racing too. Well, I guess it happens in real racing. Not a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Not a lot on the professional.
Not on the big stage.
Yeah, on the big stage, because those guys, they would get parked a lot for that. But nonetheless, yeah.
Or they'll rack them back and put them a row back.
Yeah. Out right here.
But maybe practice. If maybe in practice, before the race, maybe they go through and make everybody run a practice restart, or something, just to get their feet warmed up or something. Who knows?
And I'm with you on that one. That's the subject that I'll tiptoe around, because that's more of a race control issue. That's more of where the admins and stuff here. Chris and them does a great job of policing. We bring out the excitement and bring out the uh-ohs of what the drivers do on the track, and excitement like right here with this battle here in second. I mean, Hostler's been there. Now you can see the difference between passing on the low side and the high side. You can see there Hostler was able to make that pass on Tatum and slingshot by. But remember what I was telling you earlier about momentum? This is a perfect example. Get out front, you're riding, next thing you know, you maybe a little bobble, or you don't hit the speed that you want in that turn. Next thing you know, the guy's up underneath you and he's passing you. It's just all about being smooth here, and very momentous style track.
Yeah, and like you said, very smooth. I'm noticing the guys that aren't really darting from the bottom to the top, they're kind of keeping a better pace than those ones that are. I feel like that might use up your tires a lot more.
Absolutely. Move is better here at the track. Little Ghost up 14 spots. I always talk about him. Can't see him, the Ghost Man right there. Adrian Ghost. He's a past champ here too in this series. Remember the season he won that thing? It was awesome, man. Came from the back. I was saying, a good guy too, man. I got to talk to him a couple months ago. Got him up here and talked to him in the booth, and I did not know he's a retired police officer. And just to give you a little background here, Austin, I might have told you, but Ghost Athletics, obviously one of our idol sponsors here at Clean Racing League. So definitely go to cleanracingleague.com. The Ghost Athletics, it's an organization that he runs, and it's athletics for kids and stuff. He does it for the kids and all, local area and so forth, flag football, stuff like that. It's awesome what he does.
That is awesome, Joe. I'm very into helping, and giving back, and that's awesome. Ghost Athletic, everybody go look that up, support.
Yeah, no doubt. Also got the CRL podcast, man. Apex Mountain Apparel, man. Go check them out. ApexMountainApparel.com. use promo code CRL 2025. Get your shirt a little bit off. The battle here with Steve Gerber. And I always give him a hard time because, well, he's got the Gerber baby food. His name is Gerber. There you go.
Yeah. Got the Gerber 16 out there.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good one. Moyer right behind him there. Parker Collins. Now, Collins, remember, earlier was a lap down. Got caught up in a wreck. Used and got some damage taken care of, and has been able to fire back up to 15th. Now, Mike Kelly, not so much. A lot more damage in that mess. It's unfortunate Mike Kelly there not being able to get back going. Man, I hate that. And look, all right. So I got to go back here to the back. Fred, what's going on, Fred?
Fred's still alive and having fun.
He is. Fred back here, man, that number 77 machine. He's got a battle going on here. He's got, who's he racing? Oh, he's racing. That's the two owners. Chris Smith and Fred. One was the original owner, the other one's the owner now. There you go. They're battling for position. Well, who's the better one? We'll see.
Yeah, they're both cars look good. You know,
Fred beat him. All
right,
right, Chris, you're slipping, man.
Oh, man. I tell you what, as long as Fred's not in the chat talking to us, you know it's a good night.
Well, if he's talking to us after the race,
that is a good night for him.
Yeah.
And he'll want to hear his name. He'll be like, why didn't you shout me out?
That's right, man. Right now he's beating up on Chris out there. Chris better, man, step up the game a little bit.
Oh, he's going to let him come back and race him some more, Fred is.
No, I'm telling you. Oh, Fred's up 9 spots, 28th right there. So good little run for him. Look at this battle up front, though. Haynes, Hostler, man, these guys are getting at each other. You've got Breaky, and we've got what was a 3-truck battle is about to turn into about a 6-truck battle here soon. You got Kenny, Breaky, and Fowdy up here. Van Scoit.
And are we going to see pit stops a little sooner or no pit stops? It's going to be interesting.
They did pit that lap 34. I think we'll see another one for the end. I feel like we could. Battle right here, man. Fowdy, Breaky, Kenny, Hostler, Tatum, Haynes. Any one of these guys can make a pass right now. They're on top of each other.
I'd like to see
all right, real quick,
yeah,
right there.
There it was.
Real quick, you see Hostler came out of that turn. Did you see how much momentum he lost by just going up high like he did, and the run that Bricky and him got behind him? It's a perfect example of this track there, Austin. Yeah,
the air is crazy how much just momentum and the air kills you with no pushing or, you know.
Yeah, you're right. Yep. Get up there and then you could just lose everything you got. Now he's able to get back in line. Try to maybe get that thing settled back down, but yeah, that's just perfect example of how much momentum you can lose here. It's all Haynes though right now. He's got this place figured out.
Yeah, Mike Hayes is looking real good out there. Ross Tatum knows no slouch. He's kind of been just hanging out, like I said, just right in that second spot. Just kind of waiting for Mike Hayes to mess up.
No, Tatum has had probably one of the storybook Clean Racing League careers. His first 2 seasons, literally, his first 2 seasons, literally, Austin, he won the championship. His 3rd season, he made it to the Final 4. This is only his 4th season. Lane Hostler beat him to become champ last season. But this is only his 4th season in the Clean Racing League. And already racing to try to get for another championship.
Man, that's impressive. I tell you what, it's a lot different running leagues to running, opens, or officials or whatever. It's a lot different. A lot more talent in leagues and a lot harder to win races. So that's impressive.
It is. I mean, he came in here, man, fired up, ready to go. Fowdy right there. I always say he's got the secret weapon. He's got his wife out there, been doing all the shot calling for him and doing the spotting and everything. Must be doing a pretty good job tonight because he's up 24 spots.
Oh, yeah, she got him by the ear, getting him up there.
yeah, literally. Look, you better listen to me. We're going to win this thing. Come to the front. Little Kenny back there, he needs a good run here tonight. He's had an up and down season. right there in fourth. Hostler back there in the fifth. Van Scoit. Now Van Scoit made it to the Final Four last season.
Van Scoit's having a good late run here. See, there's that move. There's that move, like you said, didn't just have enough speed to try to get by Spouty.
Yeah, it wasn't quite close enough to close the gap. I mean, you got to be a little bit closer there. We got to close that gap. See Hostler kind of peeking over the inside. Over Logan Brakey, man. Dyer right there along with it. Ghost and Trask. And Parker Collins. Never count that guy out. Well, that's impressive. He got caught up in that mess earlier. Was a lap down. Got his lap back. And he's back up here 11th. Might be there at the end.
Yeah. Oh, these guys are getting loose again. They're getting
real bad in it too.
Yeah, side by side. Oh, they actually pass a Bowdy here. Maybe Bowdy's getting ready to take a pit stop. I'm not sure.
I don't think he's going to be on the high side.
No. As he's going to get shuffled back.
If he stays up there too long, and that's the problem with this track. You know, I know they've tried to do everything they can to make it where you can race a multi-groove, but you know, you can get a little run coming off the turn on that high side, but the problem is you lose so much going in and through the turn. You see it right there. They lose so much. But the problem, you see there, actually, who's that name? Devin Kenny. Kenny got a little tight there. He saw that truck man kind of drift up the track a little bit.
Yeah, these guys should be pretty close to coming in. I'm not sure. I can't do math very well. 1 + 1 is 6, so.
Yeah.
But is there kind of left Bowdy up there, just kind of by himself? But you got the SpongeBob car of Charles Van Scott there, just kind of peeping up back and forth too.
Oh yeah, good back there too. Had a good run. The two guys side by side. I mean, you can hold this side by side for a while. After a while, that's going to tear the tires up. You don't want to have to be out there and maybe trying to squeeze, get every little bit of the track you can. Bowdy wants to maybe stay there. If he can maybe hold Kenny down, he might. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. If he can hold Kenny down there long enough, he might be able to get it to where he get Kenny loose enough to where he can stay up there and make that pass. That's the only hope you got. If the guys keeps you up top too long, though, yeah. The double-edged sword either way. Let's let the top two walk away.
Yeah, it does, and here they separate back out again, just like they left off.
Very frustrating too as a driver. You get up there, you get that close, and you just can't quite make that pass. Get up underneath the guy, you get right beside of him, can't get it done. Goes back here, man. He's watching this battle, man, of Brakey, man, and Dyer right there with him. If he can't follow in the tire track to those guys. Ghost having a breakout race right now.
Yeah. Ghost really having a breakout race. Plus 16. Man, he's going to get the hard charger just on my account.
Yeah, he's looking strong. But I'm going to tell you what, another guy I mentioned coming, and y'all better watch out because here comes Parker Collins. He is slicing and dicing through the field. And Jordan Trask won this past Friday night. So I know he's celebrating on that win. Trask right now looking strong. He's right behind Collins. Collins, man, trying to get through this field. He came from way back. Downtown, boy, I tell you what.
Downtown, Parker Collins?
Yeah, man, there you go. Got Simley.
He's always coming. Oh, Scott, didn't he run pretty good at Sonoma? I feel like that Scott was a name I said. As for running these guys' best laps of the race, they're running 31 seconds now.
Yeah, they have done really well. Haynes out front. Simley there. He's a teammate there. Mike Kelly. He's having a pretty good run back here, man, in a 12th place spot. Joshua Altus has fallen back a little bit. Kind of orthodox for him on a track like this. But, there again, this is a very momentum style track. And, sometimes you can just be too conservative.
Tuesday. Sorry, I can't do days either. Got Bradley Murphy there. They are really getting filtered out here. I'm ready for some green flag pit stops though. You got the 94. Joshua Altus. Kind of hang. Oh. 88, Stephen Kinney in fourth there. Right behind him, you got Lane Holzer. Kind of separated. I'm interested to see green flag laps here, pit stops. See where they shuffle, see if somebody just takes fuel, you know? Who knows? We've seen it already to go, so we'll see how this plays out here.
Absolutely, Haynes right now. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. You're. I was just talking.
Oh, you're good, man. I tell you, hey, well, it's a good race so far. I mean, Haynes out front, leading it. You know, kind of what you expect here with a long green flag run, kind of spread out. All getting excited. Loves it.
Oh yeah, your dogs are barking. Howling at the moon.
Thanks to race. It's a good speed so far.
Heck yeah, it's a good race so far. That's right. My dogs are acting up too. Got a storm brewing in. So as we look at the 23 of Charles Van Schott. Now, is that how do you say his last name? Is it Schott?
Charles Van Schott. Believe me, I had to learn that because it looks like
that's one of the harder.
What is that? There's a law firm that his name looks almost like. I forgot what it's called.
I was trying to go like off of shots, you know, but like with the ICK, but it was hard. That's one of the harder last names I've had to pronounce.
Yeah, I finally found out it's Charles Van Schott. He let me know. And I was like, man, get up with me on how you say that thing. Cause, hey, sometimes there's some wild names out there.
Yeah, Charles Van Schott. And up there in the SpongeBob cars, we focus back here on the 22.
Pit stops. Did it? Oh, hang on, Parker. Oh, he got it.
Oh, that's got to be a flag.
You know, Parker Collins, I don't know if you were up there, but about a couple weeks ago, Collins was making pit stops, entries, and I didn't know how he was doing it. He was so fast. Now, that one right there was a little mess up. That's going to hurt his time. But this guy usually is a pit stop master.
I was just wondering if we were going to see just gas and goes, you know, like we did at the beginning, but we'll see here. As we're going to see how long Seth Foudy can stay out for.
Foudy, he pitted a lap 35. Looks like everybody's coming in. So, looks to be... Oh, and caution's out.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to have to see what this does to these guys on pit road. Man,
yeah, does it cycle them like that?
Yeah, well, let's watch what happened to the pit. Oh, man, that is cold tires. He lost it. Oh, and then I'm gonna all right. Here's how I understand the rule. I'm gonna explain it the way I've always known it. If you're on pit road and a caution comes out, you're coming on pit road or you're in your pits, then you won't go a lap down. But I have heard rumors. It looks like Foudy's okay. It does look like it. So we'll see. I think he might be okay.
I think he has to go to the back, Joe.
He might have to go to the back, but the thing about it is, though, with that, everyone from the top 10 did not pit, so they're going to definitely pit. So that's going to put Foudy right to the front. Now,
I think there was a handful of cars that pitted right in that little spot. I don't know. It's going to be interesting.
Everybody top 10 has pit. They all stayed out. They hadn't pitted yet.
Yeah.
Everybody behind Foudy pitted. Yeah, I mean, by rule, he might have been safe. He might have been across the line just in time.
He might have.
I was
pushing him back to the front.
Yeah, that's a controversial. I don't want to say controversial, but it's a weird rule. It's kind of a close rule, so to speak. I think the question might fly here is what happens to Charles Van Scoit and them. Let's let them come up to the front too. So I think everyone who pitted is fine to go around.
I don't think it was like we read it up. Well, I don't know. I think that back here goes Charles Van Scoit to the top.
Well, I think they were safe. I think they got on pit road and were on pit road right in time. That rule's changed over the years, by the way, folks. It's almost like the one rule changed about the wave around stuff. To me, they made it more complicated than what it should be. But anyways, but here.
Hey Joe, real quick, Van Scoit had a 60-second pit stop there.
Okay. He probably had a penalty he had to take care of. Okay. You see the cars here getting a wave around. They're going to be at the tail end of the field. They pitted at lap 77.
Wow, this is interesting.
When it comes to situations like that,
yeah, it makes it all that much interesting but confusing.
Yes. And the last one, Matt Green. That Foudy's a man up front. They should have enough now. They should be able to go the distance. Good. The 20, 30, about be close. Foudy Haynes up front. See who's got it. Lights off on the pace truck. Foudy's going to be able to control the field here. He's looking for that win here tonight. Texas. Team Racing League here tonight, presented by Athletics. Pace trucks in. Foudy and company. Green flag. We're back racing. Start by everybody.
Yeah, real good start. They kind of are preparing here for the last end of this race, I think. Whoa!
Joshua got loose and got in the trash. Oh no!
Oh man!
Wow! Hang on a second, their teammates. Oh man! Chris got involved too there. And, oh, that was just.
Watch out, fans! Get away from the fence! Whoa, we got parts flying. We got parts still flying.
Virtual parts.
Oh, virtual parts flying, everybody.
Look on eBay, man. We'll have them there tonight for you. See what happened there. I mean, you saw Altus get wiggly there. That was just the slightest of contact. That surprised me that actually got pressed loose like it did, because you right there, you got loose and then that was just. Loose, but that right there was just a
little neck coat.
Yeah, it could be, because that hit was not that hard. And
it collected everybody like magnets.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, that's not the first time we've seen a restart be critical, you know.
Well, then that one's, that was just good side by side racing.
That wasn't on nobody. Yeah, that was just just cold tire.
Altus got a little. I go back to that hit. I mean, I'm gonna say, well, there could have been some net code there because from the look of that hit was not hard enough to send Trask sideways like it did. But net code could have made where we didn't see it, could have made it seem like the hit was harder. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
It could have made it where we don't see it or don't physically show it. It'd make it out like it seemed like it was harder than what it was, because that slight of contact probably shouldn't have sent Trask sideways. And I know the trucks are really, really loose. No, Altus, he's not gonna mean to do that, but
it was like on ice skates.
Yeah.
But with like a weird, it was weird. But you know who won off that one? Joshua Gillen and Ghost. I think they won out of that deal.
Yeah, Gillian's up to 8th. Ghost there in 7th. It's been a good one here at Texas here tonight, folks. Clean Racing League under caution right now. Simply take a break. We'll be right back.
There's an immeasurable bond that forms when you join the service. You'll do anything to protect and defend those at your side, and pushing the limits of your well-being is all just part of the job. But when this shared experience ends, it's easy to carry that mission-first mindset with you and neglect your own health and mental fitness. Team Red, White, and Blue understands these challenges and knows that together we can show veterans that their best days are ahead by providing opportunities to build healthier lifestyles right where they live and work. Through races, service projects, workouts, and a cutting-edge mobile app, our members develop a sense of camaraderie and mutual support. With a growing force of over 200,000 strong, we invite all veterans, families, and non-military supporters to start putting their well-being first. Team Red, White, and Blue is forging America's leading health and wellness community. Will you join the team?
All right, back green. Foudy Company up front here. Texas style, Clean Racing League. Been a good one so far. SB, how you doing out there? Haynes right now. Tatum on the inside. Got to be careful on these colder tires. Inside lane looks like it's a little slick.
Yeah, I was having deja vu there. Mike Hayes is trying to get that outside line to go. Ross Tatum, though, he's not making it easy on him.
Oh, it ain't.
Whoa! Whoa, that one, Logan Brakey got real loose right now. Almost lost it there coming out of the turn.
And he's able to hang on to him. That's back here. Lane Hostler, forcing way back here in the back. Ghost, another one, man, up top. So again, guys right now, loose everywhere. Passing going on all throughout the track. Up front, man, battle for the lead. Tatum's there. Hayes is wanting it. Altus is there too. Foudy's falling back to 4th. And who's that? That's Zachary Foudy. So the Foudy boys making up here.
Yeah, I got some Barnacle Boy power there. They must have got together to charge through that field. Can you imagine dodging wrecks with your brother? It's got to be fun.
Oh, absolutely. They don't want to dodge too many wrecks tonight, though, but that's all right.
Yeah, that's all right. They're lining them up pretty good here now.
They are. Meanwhile, up front, the battle's continuing for the lead. You got Hayes right there along with it with Tatum, and he is tearing up that back door. Trying to see if he can't get around him. Look at that. That'll get you loose.
That'll get you loose, but that'll tell you he's there. I'll tell you what. That little Debbie's card, Ross Tatum, looking really yummy though.
No, he's trying to get him one of them Debbie cakes.
As look at, just like you said earlier, had all that momentum pushing his bumper up on his butt and just falls back.
It does, and that's just a product of this track. Not a lot you can do. Death is falling back to third, but Altus there along with him. Look at Ghost still having a good run there with Brecky. Goes to the inside. Here comes Kenny, though, man. Kenny, remember, he was up front earlier in this contest. Oh, boy. Just got on the inside there, man. A Foudy. Blocking really for that.
Blocking and 3 wide.
Kenny says, that don't matter. I'm still going to come through here. Dang.
Yeah, he put it in there tight, didn't he?
Don't kill Kenny.
Yeah, don't kill Kenny because, man, he's out there.
It's going.
Oh, is he going to try to get under Ghost here? I don't know if it's going to work.
All depends on what Zach does. Yeah, drops his momentum a little bit there. Zachary in front of him, unfortunately, off the pace. So it's going to force him to go on the high side. That might have used up some of the tires on his. Oh, Joshua Gilliam, they got to give him a good shout out here, man. I'll tell you what, the guy has had some struggles. But right now, could end up being a good finish for him. He's up here right now running in 11th place spot. Hostler's going around him. Got a good eating truck, good looking truck that you can play on.
Good eating truck.
Well,
good eating. Well, it's just side by side, I think, for the leading.
Well, Parker Collins, Joe Spinelli there too.
Old Joe.
Man, these guys won't give up on each other up here.
No, I'll tell you what, they're gonna either use each other up. Whoa! And here comes a Foudy. He said,
wants, though. Yeah, it's not what Hayes wants to be at on that outside because that's going to give Tatum the run he needs.
I think that's why Foudy got up on the steering wheel and said, "Let me get that free spot from you."
That's going to bring Seth Foudy man into the mix here too. Get up underneath. He might be able to help out, man. Tatum. He does.
There he goes.
That again, it just takes you back. Just how much momentum it takes around this place.
As he's getting loose, he's really slinging that thing in there, Seth Foudy, but he's looking good while doing it.
Altus in the mix too.
Altus said, yeah.
I'm about going 3 wide. I don't know who that is back there spinning. That's Zachary Foudy. He held on to it. That should have been right down. Falls right behind old Seth. And Zachary back here, man, he's got a hanging on to that thing. Watching this battle up front here. There he goes. Pulling up on the back end here of Altus. In to go. Here in 8th. Got Simley.
That front 5 cars looking real good there.
They are. Got Simley bouncing back on a good run in himself too.
Oh, here. Man, it probably feels like you're gonna get the lead or the run, and then boom, you're in the same spot a couple seconds later. Like you said, really frustrating.
It is, man. At a track like this, it is, you know, be frustrating. You think you've got that pass and to the inside, and you just not able to make it. Like a brick wall right there, kind of hit you in the truck. Go anywhere. Kind of riding at this point. Devin Kinney right behind him.
Yeah, those guys, they're looking a little more looser than that front pack, but still keeping it together, trying to catch up to that front group.
Gillian, Nelly right there on the bottom. Collins still along with him there too in 12th place. Kenyon Jackson there. Zachary Peterson. Charles Van Scoyden, unfortunately, man, got himself caught back here in traffic. Trying to make his way back up to the front. He was up there earlier. That's a good battle right there, but Tatum, Hayes will try to get on the outside.
Inside, outside. Which way can he pass him?
I think he needs that inside. I mean, I don't think the outside, unless he gets a heck of a run, he's not going to be able to make that outside work.
He's trying to do a little trickery on him, but I don't think Ross Tatum's going to fall for that.
The problem with it here is you saw these guys were spread out, and every time you go to make that pass, it bunches them back up, and then it's just like you can end into the chaos. You got Altus back here trying to figure out which way to go. And Seth Fowley right there trying to do everything he can to get around Hayes. Hayes trying to get around Tatum. Product of this track. Really tough to pass. Laps are winding down. We're 14.
Yes.
Man, he got loose coming out of that turn. You see that?
Whoa! God, Mike Hayes did. Wow. Mike Hayes getting real loose. Oh, they got lap traffic.
Oh, he stays up high. We're good.
No, he stayed up high. I like a lot of traffic. It get the little little sprinkle on the cake, you know.
Fowley right now, he's trying everything he can to maybe see which way he needs to go to get on Hayes and get this inside going. He might have it here.
Yeah, I think Hayes used up his truck, and here comes Spouty.
Oh, if Altus can close the gap, he might be able to get there. He can't quite get there in time before Hayes is able to drop down.
Oh well, what did we say? Oh, damn, good move by Joshua Altuve.
Yeah, what I'm seeing here, it looks like Hayes, man's truck's just getting a little tight. It's pushing up the track.
Yeah, that was a good move by Joshua there. Whoa, contact.
I like that.
I like it.
Little paint trading.
Oh, don't do it in the turn, though.
Straightaway never heard anything.
No, that was good racing, and he needed that spot. That's
good. He took it. Fowley right now up front. And that's what I was going back to earlier. You got to be kind of conservative, aggressive, and at this point, you know, you got to be a little bit of aggressive and.
Whoa, left car.
Left car. They called it at the wrong time.
But he didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing wrong with the left car.
Hayes right now looks like he's struggling a little bit in that truck. Truck looks like it's a little bit tight, floating up the track. Might have used up the tires just a little bit. Ghost is going to be the next one here, going to try to see if he can't take that spot away.
If I was Ghost, I would just keep doing what I'm doing and just keep running my own race.
Oh, yeah, and he's doing an outstanding job. Collins, the man has bounced back, though.
Parker Collins.
Yeah, he has bounced back. Huge. Remember, he was
from a lap down.
Yeah, he got caught up in that wreck early. Lap down. Damage taken care of. Got back on the lead lap. Now he's back up here in a 10th place spot. So, hey, that's a win-win. Dimley right there in front of him. Hostler. Kenny. Most of these guys up front are just so even. These guys right here, look at Fowley. He ran him all the way down the track. Wow. Now Tatum, I know, I don't want to say it's 9 to go. This, now it's kind of, you're not going to have a lot of give and take here, but I know Tatum's got a thing in the back of his mind. I know Fowley's not going to forget that if he gets in front of him.
Man, he used about all the real estate he could there too.
Oh yeah. Not a textbook block that you can do.
Yeah, and come in the turn hard. It was perfect.
But there's a double-edged sword there too, man, Austin. Is when you block, you have to understand you're taking a risk. And the risk is that the guy behind you don't get into you or you end up wrecking. And a lot of times I've seen it happen. The wreck happens and the guy blocking, he's the one that gets mad. Well, wait a minute. You have to understand that risk is involved. Risk with reward.
Yeah, I call it mirror driving.
Man. Now, it's a smart. Tatum says, you know what? I'm going to give you that outside lane. He moved down and said, I'll give you the outside because he knows, I think if Fowley gets to that inside, it's over.
Yeah, and Fowley, he's hanging it out there. He's got it out the window, and he said, I'm selling it.
And Fowley right now knows that Tatum's not going to get that inside up, so I've got to try the outside. Do I got a good enough machine to get it done? He's got better. He's got a little better. Actually, my bad. Tatum's got a little better tires than Foudy does. So we'll see. Battle for the lead, side by side. Who's going to get it? The drag race to the line. And Tatum. Foudy's going to try. He tries to drive it down in the turn. The problem is the middle of the turn, it gets so tight. Have it this time. And the truck got a little bit tight on him there. I think he might have it this time around. Yeah, he had to let up. See, okay, looks like 1 and 2, Foudy's better. 3 and 4, Tatum's better.
He's got some help now, Foudy.
Yeah, I didn't see that. That right there. It looks like Tatum's better in 3 and 4, but right here, 1 and 2. Look at the run that Foudy gets in 1 and 2. Not as big of a run as he did last time, but it's there. Here comes Altus into the mix. And now it's about to turn into a 2-truck, 3-truck, maybe a 4-truck. I don't know if Ghost is going to. Ghost is probably going to be like, I'll take y'all wreck.
Whoa, as Altus.
Yeah, Altus lost it. That's a lot of momentum.
I think Ghost is licking his chops right now.
What do you do? How do you pass? 3 to go. Intense racing right here.
He's going to have to let them tires cool down.
Going to have to. That goes back to just showing you how hard it is to pass. And he's just not going to let him have that inside.
No, yeah. As Ross really putting a clean race together.
Yeah, he is. I mean, Ross is protecting that inside. He knows, because if Foudy was able to get that inside, it would probably be all but over.
Oh, no, it would be.
Well, Altus has anything for him here. Does Ghost maybe have anything to get up here to third? Down, get close to the white flag. Will be this time by. Foudy got one more shot. A little loose right there, though. Close that gap up. White flag, one more time. Here we go. Tried. He drove it down in the turn. He's got 3 and 4. Final time. He'll come out. He's got the run off the turn. They're about dead even, though, down the back stretch. So we'll have to see. Does he got anything in 3 and 4? Just not going to be able to get past that bubble. Ross Tatum has done a master class tonight and is going to win it here at Texas with Seth Foudy behind him. Joshua Altus bounces back to come up here in third. What a finish to this one.
Wow, what a good race, Joe. Just, down to the end.
Back and forth.
As Ross has to just be fired up right now. And set 25 spots plus, he's got to be fired up too.
Let's bring up Foudy. Let's get a word with him.
Hey, Seth. It's Austin and Joe up in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, Austin, Joe. How you guys doing?
Oh, doing good. It was fun watching you race out there, going up 26 spots. What was your game plan out there? What was your struggles and your gains?
Well, in practice we were pretty slow. Qualifying. Well, I mean we had a good lap that we put down in practice, but the car just wasn't. I don't know. This track's tough, Turn 1 and 2. You really got to get down to the bottom if you really want to save the tires and have something on the long run. It's kind of crazy because you run a lane up on the bottom from the bottom lane, and you lose so much momentum coming off, and so it's tough. I mean, it's a tough place to make any ground there. And then of course 3 and 4 you can pretty much hold her wide open. For us, like I said, we weren't the fastest truck, I don't believe, as far as start off speed. I think it's because how we were kind of entering into turn 1. It was, a couple guys I think were maybe a little upset at how we were backing up the corners in turn one. But I mean, that's what I had to do in order to have the long run speed, and that's what I was going after. You know, Sam told me that 10 lap average and on, we were the fastest truck as far as the long run goes. So I think when we got towards the towards the very end of the run, we were kind of dropping off a little bit, but I mean overall average wise we were pretty quick. So I'm happy with the performance tonight. I'm happy with Sam's calls. We didn't get any green flag pit stops. I mean, we almost got through a set of green flag pit stops. I was really excited to see how that was going to play out. But it all worked out here in the end. And of course, hats off to Ross. He said, you raced me pretty aggressive there and said sorry. And I said, don't apologize for that, because I'd have done the same thing. I mean, we're here to race, and I think that you have to respect that about each other. I'm not saying you can race like a jerk off, but at the same time, I do think that there's something to be said about guys that race hard and put themselves in positions to win. And Ross deserved the win tonight. He raced hard. That was a well fought victory by him, and I want to say congratulations to him for putting it in victory lane tonight.
Hey, real quick, do you think if you would have got the bottom lane, do you think you could have beat him?
Yeah, I do actually. I think that if I could have got to his inside, I think we could have. And we almost, golly guys, we almost had him. I almost had him clear, getting ready to go into 3, and I was just waiting. I was waiting for Sam to call the clear, and I was waiting for. And she kept saying, "You're not clear. You're not clear. You're not clear." And I was waiting for the spotter in game to tell me the same thing, and it just never happened. I know we were close because I was watching the rearview mirror. I'm like, we're gonna get him, and I knew if we got him going into 3, I knew we'd be able to sail through that turn, and I think we'd have been able to bring home a victory tonight. But like I was saying, it's tough on that outside lane, and that's where if we had to make a pass there, and we did our best to try to get that pass, but we just couldn't capitalize there to pull it off. So.
Is there anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, absolutely. I want to thank you guys for the broadcast, OSRN Network, Joe, and the amazing job he does, and of course Austin. When you help out, it's always good. I love hearing the dual commentators. You do a good job too, man. So keep up the good work there. And I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for the blessings I have to have time to come on here and do this, and the equipment that I have. I want to thank my wife for crew chiefing. I want to give a special thanks to and shout out to Turn One Heroes, because I'm really bad and I always forget to give them a shout out. But Mike, Scott, Zach, Danny, and Chuck, and just the guys that participate in that that group, and of course the league here, CRL, and our sponsors with Ghost Athletics and Apex Mountain Apparel. And I feel like I'm forgetting somebody, but you guys can help me out with that. So, but yeah, that's it. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Hey, thank you. Have a good night and good race.
Hey, thanks, Austin.
There you go, Seth Fowley bringing her home tonight. Let's bring this man up here, Joshua Altus. Let's get a word with him.
Hey, Joshua, it's Joe and Austin up in the booth. You got a copy?
10-4, got you guys.
Hey, that race, you were, fell back a little bit. We get back up there, fall back a little bit. What could you have done different, maybe, or do you think there was anything you could do different to even catch those top 2?
Yeah, it's hard to say. Texas is a really good track for me. I had a decent qualifying effort, and it's always the balance of trying to save that right front, especially going into 1 and 2 early. But it's difficult because it's kind of like Kentucky in the sense of it's such a momentum-based track. So if you get out of it, early, you can really cost you if guys get lined up and pass you. So kind of just trying to get comfortable at the beginning, and then we had that first caution. We were just right outside the fuel window, so I decided to come down and top off and give up on my trap position, and then kind of got lucky with that second caution. I'd stayed out the longest when stops had began, and was able to leap a bunch of those guys, and yeah, we were good. I mean, I think the only thing I could have maybe done different was just try to save a little bit more at the end. I know Ross and Seth and Michael were all racing really hard in front of me, and In hindsight, I should have been just maybe a little bit more patient, tried to save the right front just a little bit more. But yeah, overall, really happy with that third place finish.
Hey, is there anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I got to thank you guys at OSR Network, Austin and Joe. Appreciate the broadcast. You guys always do a really good job. Thanks to Chris, Ghost Athletics, Grant Designs, Apets Mountain Apparel, all our sponsors for the league, all my S&B Motorsports teammates. Too many to list off now because we got so many guys in there. And then congratulations, obviously, to Ross Tatum, my teammate, on getting his first win of the season. And yeah, I took a break last week, so I'm not sure where I'm going to be in points. Kind of had the playoffs written off unless we can get a win. So, but with a good run tonight, maybe it puts us back in the point conversation just a little bit. So yeah, we'll take this night and go on to next week.
Hey, great run and have a good night.
Yeah, thank you guys.
There you go. That's old Joshua Walters right there, man. Like I said, had a good run tonight. This man was able to hold them off. Ross, join the booth. You got a copy.
What's up, Joe?
Well, man, I tell you what, tough sledding out there. Oh, Fowdy about had you on that one turn. Was you a little worried?
Oh, absolutely. I definitely ran my stuff off racing Michael, but man, just racing Michael and Seth tonight was so fun. Big props to them. I owe them some stuff for not us all crashing. They did an awesome job. I apologize because I raced them so rough, not rough, but I wasn't racing like I normally do. I usually let people have lanes and stuff, but I was like, man, I really need to win because I've had a bad start to the season. So I told them next time they're first, I'll kind of just ride around and follow them. But man, that was a lot of fun tonight.
No doubt. They was able to get the win, and most importantly, push you right there into that playoffs, the chance to maybe see if you can't get a title. I mean, how was the tire fall off? Because, you pitted a couple laps later than he did, so in theory you had a little better tires. But how do you feel like the tires, played a factor or fall off here tonight?
It was tough to say. I felt like I was doing a good job of saving tires, but then I couldn't make any gains on Michael, and I think he was driving a lot harder than me in those first two green flag runs. So I don't know, it was weird. Like, you could save tires, but it was so hard to come back and pass them. So it was definitely interesting, kind of threw us for a loop. But my strategy tonight was just stay up front and hope for the best, and worked out somehow. I'm just glad. Just a lot of fun.
No doubt, man. Like you say, you got the win, Texas here tonight. A little tough track here. Got anybody you want to thank for that win?
Yeah, absolutely. I want to thank all my guys at S&B, Rob, Josh, Ed. I don't know. There's like 15 of them, 15 guys over there. I want to thank them all for listening to me complain and whatever all race. I got to thank you guys at OSR for being awesome. You do an awesome job with all the broadcasts. Can't wait to go back and watch this one. This will be a good one to watch. I'm excited. And then I got to thank my wife, my kid for letting me race, because I know it's a pain that I have to race at 8:30s on Mondays, but it's something I got to do, man. I got to get my competitive juices flowing on Mondays. And got to thank Chris for running the league, Ghost Athletics, Grant Designs, every sponsor that sponsors this league. Apex Apparel, I bought my shirt, waiting on it now. Just everybody, just awesome night, and looking forward to the next one.
There you go, Ross Tatum bringing it home here at Texas. Look at our final results order here tonight, because Ross Tatum, he done it, put it in victory lane. Fowdy there in second, but Altus in third, and Abram Ghost having a stellar night there. 21 spots in fourth, with Hayes coming home in fifth. So some guys tonight, man, really had some breakout races. Some not so much, some heartbreak here at Texas.
Yeah, heartbreak, and you get your heart made too, right? But it's just a all around different track, and everything's bigger in Texas. Joe, thanks for having me again.
Hey, no doubt. Like you said, man, it was a big win there for Ross Tatum. It puts him in the playoff, gets a monkey on his back there. Folks, we're going to lead Texas here tonight for the Clean Racing League, presented by Ghost Athletics. For myself and everyone, have a good night.